Jesus offers what it would be crazy for me to offer you. What do you think of Jesus? Who do you say he is? I mean, there's such a wide variety of views on that, isn't there? Some people would say he's a man who in some way speaks for God. Others would say that he's a freedom fighter. Some would say he's a good man. There are people who would say Jesus never existed at all, although they do have to throw out a lot of evidence in order to be able to say that. As a Christian, I believe that Jesus is the Son of God. He's the one that brings us to God, to know God, to delight in God and have joy with him now and forever. And it might surprise you to know that I've got good evidence to be able to make that claim about Jesus. What I've got here is a copy of what might well be the first account of the life of Jesus, written within a generation of the events that it records. This historical document is Mark's Gospel. And just for a couple of minutes, let's talk about one of the events from the life of Jesus that Mark records about this most amazing, most spoken about man in history. And so Jesus is in a house in a town called Capernaum. There's people in the house there with him as he speaks about God. In fact, the house is really crowded. It's early on in his days of public life, but he's got a big following, probably mainly because of all of the physical healings that he's been doing. And so the house is full of people, and then 4 men arrive with their friend on a bed because he's paralyzed. They've brought this man to Jesus. And Jesus looks at the man and he says, "Son, your sins are forgiven." Which is weird, isn't it? That isn't the reason that this man has been brought. He has been brought so that Jesus can cause him to walk. That's what those men had been hoping for. Spoiler alert, Jesus does end up physically healing this man. In fact, this is what we read in Mark's Gospel.
The man jumped up, grabbed his mat, and walked out through the stunned onlookers.
Boy, you can bet they were stunned. They've just seen a paralyzed man jump. But you know what? Jesus did 2 stunning things in that encounter. And healing the man of his paralysis is by far the lesser thing. So what was the other thing that Jesus did? Well, he said to this man that he had never met, "Your sins are forgiven. All of your badness has been banished. All of your wrongdoing has been wiped out." And in fact, Jesus is claiming that he is the one that is dealing with sin. He is the one that is forgiving sin. And some of the people there, they don't like that Jesus says that because they know what it means. They know that this is a claim by Jesus to be God, to be the one who made everything and the one who keeps everything going. And that claim is just kind of nuts. Unless, of course, you straight away follow up that claim to be able to do what nobody else can do by doing something else that nobody can do, by instantly healing a man's paralysis. You see, Jesus offers what it would be crazy for me to offer you: forgiveness of sin. He offers it to all who come to him, recognizing their spiritual brokenness. So what do you think of Jesus? Could you know the joy and the forgiveness that he brings? Why not investigate for yourself by reading Mark's account of the life of Jesus?